Hello Capsuleer, my name is Gildy and welcome to EVE Online. Sleepers are trying to close an abyssal rift. It is our duty to keep it open. Hostiles have deployed destabilizer arrays targeting the rift. Drain all the array's capacity below 20% simultaneously and the rift will stabilize. This message greets the brave souls that warp to the gate of stabilized Rift Homefront site. What are those pesky sleepers up to this time? Why are they trying to destabilize the rift and close it? And most importantly, what do they want to keep out of known space? There is one way to find out. Stabilized Rift is a medium in difficulty site for up to 3 players if you of course want the full payout. After some testing, I found that the best newbie-friendly setup for this site, which is unfortunately not without its flaws, is 3 Dragoon destroyers. Why is it not ideal? Because they use drones as their main DPS, and sleepers in this site love drones. So there will be a lot of redeploying and pulling them. However, that also works as a great exercise for newer players to learn how to use drones without losing them. Dragoons are also the choice I went with because they can tank the site and have bonuses to range of your neutralizers, which will shine in this site. The ships are barely stable on capacitor with everything running in this fit, but you will mostly not run all the modules at the same time as the site forces a certain way of clearing it, more on that in a bit. The goal here is to push the capacitor of all 5 destabilizer arrays below 20% at the same time. The moment that happens, the site finishes and you get paid. The tactic for the site is quite easy. All 3 Dragoons drop into the site and release drones. Then they assist their drones to the leading pilot by right-clicking the drones in space, assist and choosing the character. That way, if the person shoots their missile launcher towards one of the NPCs, all of the drones will rush there to fight that exact enemy. While the rats are being cleared, you split up the destabilizer arrays into 3 groups. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 in the middle. The pilots that need to clear 2 arrays need to position themselves between arrays and do it in a way to keep them as close to optimal ranges as possible, and the one that has only 1 array to neutralize will need to sit on top of it. I will go over how we deal with the arrays in a moment, because going for neuts right away makes no sense. First, we have some NPCs to clear. There is 4 types of rats in this site. Enervating, which will try to neutralize your capacitor, Stirring, which will just deal damage to you, Soothing, which rep other sleepers, and Waking, that keep topping up the capacitor of the arrays, which is why neuting them right away does nothing. The drone bunny should focus first on the enemy logistics, then clear the sleepers that attack you, so you can turn your self-reps off and finish by killing the waking ones. Of course it's not much, but the other 2 players can also use their single missile launcher to add a little damage to the sleeper currently swarmed by the drones, but as I said, it won't do that much. The issue here is, as I mentioned before, sleepers love drones. In the video, I used Tech 2 Hobgoblins. But if you want to increase their survivability, you should go with something tankier and faster. So the fit you will find in the link in the description rocks Republic Fleet Warriors. They lose 50 DPS per ship, but it should be still more than enough to take the sleepers down. However, what they gain over Tech 2 Hobgoblins is 2.6 km per second faster speed and 4 times the shield of the Hobgoblins. And if your drones don't dip into armor, you won't have to be docking between sites to repair them. Once the sleepers have been dealt with, the armor reps can be turned off and neutralizing can commence. The middle Dragoon should put all 4 neutralizers on his array, while the other 2 split their 4 neutralizers between both of their arrays. Once the middle array is completely neutered out, the middle player can then go ahead and help out one of the sides. Why would he? Because after a random time, new sleepers will respawn. They can have the waking ones in their wave, or sometimes even the DPS ones, So if they rush to cap back up one of the arrays, you will need to have more than 2 neutralizers put on it while you keep the others below 20% capacitor. How do you know which array is at what level? Your Opportunities tab shows up on the side of the screen, as you can see on the example here, and if you hover over the arrays there, they will light up on your screen. A possible upgrade you can try testing out yourself if you want to min-max this site would be to have mobile depots for every Dragoon and start the site with 36 extra DPS from missile launchers. The depots should be dropped in a spot where the Dragoons need to be positioned from the start of the draining, and as soon as sleepers are dealt with and depots finish deploying, swap out your missile launchers into neutralizers. The fit should allow for 5 small neutralizers, so both of the side ships could in theory have 5 neuts as soon as the rats are dealt with, and alternate neutralizing between the 2 arrays to make it go faster. However, as I said, the site works as it is, so you don't have to do any of that if you want to keep it quite simple. The site pays 11 million ISK prior to any corp taxes, so having site completion time around 6 or 7 minutes means you can reach over 80 million per character per hour, which is really respectable for running content in destroyers. And when the Rift gets stabilized, it spits out the ships that were trying to get through and were being blocked by the sleepers, which are quite weird to be protected or invited by Kaldari State. Who are they? I'll leave that for you to find out. That's the site. Go grab 2 friends, shove them into ships, and get out there earning ISK. Also, if you end up trying to experiment with the fits, do let me know of the outcome. I'm interested what other ideas you guys can come up with. As usual, if you drop any comment under the video, add your in-game name to it. I will be choosing 3 random comments from under this video to give out partner-exclusive ship skins. Only original comments count, not answering to someone else's comment. 2 more skins will be given away on my Discord server, link in the video description. Both giveaways will finish 3 days from this video being published. If you would like to support me, you can use my referral link in the video description to get 1 million skill points, or use code GILDY, either in the EVE store or on the Marquee Dragon website. It supports me as I receive a small commission from the purchases done with the code. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a corp mate that might need it, leave a like and subscribe to see my future uploads. If you are interested in what I will talk about next, my videos go up on Sundays. And if we never see each other in space again, Capsulia, fly safe.